log and get back into it. But we are back ready for some wonderful TVT action.
Yes, TVT first time today, so it'd be good over on Frost. So big map.
Very, very big map. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Anticipations.
Well, I need to put on. Yeah, I was gonna reference something like chess match, but I don't know what chess players wear, so I can't really say. I need to put on my plaid hat. That is the best. I don't even know if that's a real thing, but that's the best I could do.
Okay, well, hey, hello everybody. This is game number 5. We've got Deadly Gaming going up against Team Liquid Strat. This is going to be the last game of the night, unfortunately for us all, but I'm sure these two players will make it an excellent one for us. Spotting in the upper right-hand corner here on Frost Ladder Edition for Team Liquid Strat, it's going to be Yoshi.
Dude, that was awesome. And, sorry, oh right, introduction. Spotting in the top left-hand side of Frost, we have Deadly Gaming's Dzerzhinsky. I think I actually did that pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, that's about as well as I would have done.
So, well, okay, well, compared to your Yoshi, I understand that I can. All right, see,
I love Yoshi. Yoshi's my favorite.
he was so. Speaking of, all right, totally legitimate statement. Yoshi was so OP in Mario Kart 64. That jerk, you could not beat him.
Nope. You either played him or you lost to him. That was pretty much how it went.
Yeah, I had to be second tier, and so Bowser is, in my opinion, the second best. Not even close to Yoshi, but I'm not bitter, if that's what you were thinking, people in chat.
Yeah, I can't say that Yoshi was that great.
Yoshi
was definitely not that great in Super Smash Brothers, but
ooh, yeah.
When it came to Mario Kart, man, he was the one to beat.
That's probably why they're like, he was so good in Mario Kart. We need to like tone him back. So instead of having him like jump at anything cool, just go.
Just like
that was his jump.
Yep, pretty much.
I'd say that was spot on.
I don't know. That sounds like I don't know. Not anyways.
Sounds like he was kind of blowing bubbles.
Yeah, kind of, sorta. Anyway, so pretty interesting. So we are going to have a really, really fast factory coming out of, how did you pronounce that? Dzerzhinsky.
Yes,
Dzerzhinsky. That is an awesome name. I want that name.
Yeah, he totally bailed on the second, or on the orbital command, at least for a little bit, and now also... there was a nice little SCV juke because the two SCVs met, and Dzerzhinsky ran to the bottom right, and then darted and ran to the top left. So that should all be walled off. And now a tech lab. Yes, no, decided not to tech lab it.
Tech labbing the starport.
Super fast. Oh no. Is that SCV gonna get in?
Oh
no.
Okay. The denial. That's actually a really, really big deal because he pretty much doesn't have any clue what's... Actually...
He saw the factory.
Yeah, he did see the factory. He might know. He's like, that's a relatively fast factory.
Yeah, like his is halfway done. Now, if only he had known that that was done, lifted, flown, and then placed down.
Yeah.
Maybe. But the key is going to be the engineering bay, and there's not one down yet. Yoshi building an expansion, and yes, wouldn't you know that cloak banshees would be a thing? Who could have guessed that?
Is he going for Hellions? That's different. No, this is Widow Mines. No, what? Hellions?
I'm not an expert, but I don't think Hellions are very good against banshees.
I think he misread this. I think
he did as well.
Gosh, had he gone for Widow Mines, he would have been in a perfect position. Leave one in the mineral line, leave one just outside where that supply depot is, and he'd been golden.
Yeah, if he could catch that Banshee at a bad time, be money. Now a Raven coming out. Huh.
I think that's to mitigate the potential risk of his opponent going for the. Yeah,
Oh,
I mean
he's actually going to see this.
that's actually that's a big deal. And actually, with Dzerzhinsky actually following the Hellions, I mean he kind of delayed his own attack, which is a little bit of a bummer. Marine's trying to get into position. Not quite enough energy for a scan. Cloak just now finished. Is going to go ahead and start Cloak. And with no eBay, this could potentially get a fair amount of damage done.
Yes, I think that is actually kind of an understatement. It can do a lot of damage. Now, depending. Now, he is building his own Raven. So, I mean, this is going to be a one-stop shop. He's going to have 30 seconds more of kind of free reign. And then after that, this Banshee is going to die. And I like that he's actually kind of trying to sack Marines somewhat sneakily to some degree because he can rebuild those. And, oh, man, 12 kills.
Yeah, 13 total kills, 14. And actually, the Banshee will get away. That is huge. Raven's just now finishing up. And since Raven's speed is nowhere near what the Banshee is, I would say that he's going to be. How much is their speed? 2.25 versus the 2.75. Yeah, so
And
yeah.
I'm trying to just remember the last game Chaos where I've seen two players each with a Raven at 8 minutes.
Gosh,
Because I got nothing.
It doesn't happen very often, that's for sure. So
Looks like mech for Dzerzhinsky as he adds on 2 more factories. And it looks like Yoshi will be doing much of the same.
yeah, this has turned out to be kind of an interesting little build from both players. I mean, obviously losing all of those SCVs up front is pretty big loss. I mean, 50 resources compared to 1,050, just ridiculous. So Hellions actually gonna get in here, get some damage done as well, minimizing supply depot production.
Ooh, and just barely gets that one, so that won't quite finish up, but no big deal. Nothing too big coming down here, and now it looks like one Widow Mine gonna go off, and some pretty good connections there.
Yeah, I'd say overall, Yoshi's in a pretty good position with that tank now finishing up. I'm really surprised that he didn't come back with the Banshee. I think that would have been a really, really nice mix into that little hit squad, but overall, Dzerzhinsky just going to go ahead and expand behind this, get his things rocking and rolling as far as his economy. And yeah,
Just hit a really bad supply block, unfortunately. That's going to slow him down just a little bit. It was a full 30-second supply block as he built a supply depot, but now finally up and running. And the thing that I was going to comment on that really surprised me is that Dzerzhinsky, despite cutting an orbital and all of that jazz, is actually a little bit ahead in worker supply.
well, I mean, with 12 kills or 14 kills out of that Banshee, I have 12.
He actually got up to 14. I thought last I saw it was at 12 kills, and I knew a good chunk of those were Marines. So
Yeah.
even though that was a big time sacrifice to cut down on that, so doing pretty well.
Yeah, so Dzerzhinsky, gosh, it's so fun to say. He's
It's a rough one.
Gonna go ahead and push out with his Hellions, get a little bit of map control. And behind this, Yoshi, obviously his tank count is getting pretty high. Third command center is already up and running, actually. Should be finishing up here in the next 20 seconds or so. But definitely looking to be in a very good position to actually go ahead and take his third. With the number of tanks that he has out now, I'd say he's gonna be able to push out and kind of siege that high ground and pretty much not have to worry about anything.
Yeah, and it looks like Yoshi's sneaking in a little bit of a Widow Mine just to the third, or potentially fourth, actually. A nice little move there. He's going to have that kind of there long term, and a big fight going down. Ooh, Nelly.
Yeah, a lot of damage getting done. Secret Missile will go down on one of those tanks. And actually, the unsieged tanks are doing a lot of damage. All of the tanks in the high ground are going down. And I would say Yoshi's in a pretty tight bind as he doesn't really have an answer. Granted, this tank is in range, so that one tank will get cleaned up. Actually, both of them will. So very well held there by Yoshi. And actually, that kind of leveled the playing field a little bit.
Yeah, one of those very odd situations. Ooh, and Dzerzhinsky might lose. No, he doesn't lose a Raven.
Just
so it's good
barely.
to keep around. One of those really odd situations, we actually saw a Seeker missile hit a ground unit and kill an air unit.
Huh.
That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
There was a Banshee hanging out with very little health right over the tank, so ended up getting both.
Yeah, so, you know, with that stabilization, it's very interesting to see how they're going to transition now. It does look like Dzerzhinsky is going to go ahead and get his third base up. Obviously, Yoshi's has been up for a fair amount longer than his opponent and is actually already going ahead and moving that out. So he's going to definitely have a fairly decent advantage getting that third base up a lot faster than his opponent.
Yeah, and he's certainly hungry for those gases as he's adding that in. Blue Flame done and being shown there, so Dzerzhinsky knows that Yoshi is expanding to that third very, very shortly. As you know, you're not going to be building those refineries if you aren't already floating that thing over. So he knows he's just a little bit behind there and a little bit behind in workers, so he's got a little army supply. We'll see if he leverages that, and I think he might have to. He can't let it get too far out of hand.
Yeah, Yoshi's doing a really, really good job. He's up 11 SCVs compared to his opponent. His economy is definitely going to be rocking and rolling now that his third base is up and running. Probably going to need to transfer relatively soon, as he's got 23 probes or SCVs in his natural and 21 in his main. But yeah, Yoshi's in a really, really good position. His economy is just rocking at this point. Just needs to make sure that he keeps on top of his supply depots. But I think all in all, things are looking really good as the majority of his production's already rounded out.
Yeah, and it looks like he's going to continue to add on Vikings, so he's going to go up to 7, so it's to the 5 for Dzerzhinsky. So if he can win that air battle, he can win the ground battle with the tanks and leapfrog those and maintain vision, etc. One of those odd things about TVT is you win the air battle so you can win the ground battle.
Now, I do find it interesting that Dzerzhinsky's actually placed the barracks up in the upper portion.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah, very, very nice little, very sleek move. Obviously gives him vision of that back area, also minimizes any potential for a run-by if he does choose to go ahead and take the space. Yoshi posturing into a position. Obviously, Dzerzhinsky actually sees all of it with his sensor tower. Who's going to win the air battle? That is the question.
Yeah, it kind of depends. Ooh, 2 more popping out. I would have to put bets on Yoshi currently, but if that missile turret gets involved, that's going to be bad news, Bears. Raven gets taken out, and it looks like good news for him as he pushes through, and now these tanks are going to be in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, so Yoshi's pushing in here, trying to get as much as he can get done. A lot of those tanks are doing a really good job on the Hellbats, but it looks like Yoshi will be able to prevail. The tanks will fall very, very rapidly, and with those falling, I would say Yoshi has broken the wonderful Terran player Dzerzhinsky.
Yes, ooh, I like the little... Oh, was that Russian you put in there?
Dzerzhinsky. Oh, I don't know.
We'll go with generic foreign.
Yes, generic foreign. There we go.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, it's going to be pretty rough for Dzerzhinsky now, especially Yoshi with that third base advantage. He kind of lost the advantage that he did have in army supply, and now Yoshi is just going through, and he's taking no prisoners.
He is throwing away a lot of units to these this tank on the low ground, as it already is at. It's only like got a handful of kills on it, but definitely needs to be very careful. A lot of these units, even losing a handful of medevacs, definitely going to minimize the amount of the effectiveness that he's going to have. Tank shots going off. Pretty much just a siege battle.
Yep, and it looks like Dzerzhinsky is certainly going to hold this off for now, as he just kind of won the air battle back, and so now scans really aren't going to be utilized, so we can actually cinch up some. Ooh, there comes another. Oh, some SCVs getting taken out there. However, he will win the air battle because that Viking was rallied incorrectly, and here we go.
Yeah, Thor's coming in here trying to get as much damage done as possible. SCV's getting taken out. Thor's not quite enough, but does Yoshi have enough? The Hellbats coming in, getting a lot of damage done, and Yoshi's going to be pushed back once again.
Yep, and it's just he doesn't quite have enough. Dzerzhinsky, the big problem for him is not having enough gas.
Oh,
he
boy.
is very, very starved. And he's sneaking something on the bottom left-hand side of the map. Not bad when he got 2,500 minerals to try something like that.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the resources to make that kind of a call. And at this point, Yoshi's been rattling a lot of units into these Widow Mines. These Widow Mines have been just absolutely obliterating everything. It's just shot after shot after shot. Let's see.
Yeah.
We got
Nice little pickup for him.
8 kills total? No, 6 kills total in all 4 of those Widow Mines. So,
And the big problem is Yoshi is basically triple the income, or double the income of mineral, triple in gas, which is really allowing him to push and pump this mech army and support it. And you can see he's got the bigger army by about 30-ish, now 20 supply, now 30 supply as it pendulums back and forth. But he's also got the worker supply, so he got the lead and everything that he wants. He's got the faster bases. I mean, he's pretty much in control of this. He just needs to continue to play well and wrap this thing up.
Yeah, I mean, with 4 bases and just the amount of production that he has, obviously you can see the stream of units coming across the field. You know, 2 Hellbats and a tank at a time. Does he know about this base? I don't feel like he knows about this base. No, he doesn't. So yeah.
Yeah, a nice little sneaky base down there, but I mean, that'll be supplemental, but I mean, it's still not up, which is a pretty big problem.
Yeah. Hellbat getting taken out. These Hellions also going to get picked off potentially. Ooh, and actually that scan was actually really nice, because now he sees where the Widow Mines are and says, yep, gotta go ahead and push in now.
Yep, and we'll see what happens going in, unsieged, now sieging up. So many things down in front, and that blue flame ripping through for Dzerzhinsky, but not quite enough as the tank line just obliterates the front line, and now dropping below 100 supply. Dzerzhinsky in big time trouble, and does not look like he'll be able to hold this third base, which is absolutely crucial to him at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that tank line just absolutely wrecked everything. I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter that Dzerzhinsky's got the air. I mean, there are just too many tanks here. And quite honestly, it kind of looks like Yoshi's kind of backed off of even considering building air. I mean, he's only building 2 Vikings at a time. Not really hardly. Oh, wow. SCV is building missile turrets under everything. Like, yep, I'm just going to pick them right out of the sky.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yep, so, and now he did discover that bottom base with all of its mules, 6 mules going down there, so
Yep.
that's going to be cut off as well. Dzerzhinsky running out of options very quickly. He's got no mining and just decides to call it a day.
Yes, so Team Liquid Stret going to be coming back.